Hey playa, do you have a crush on someone that you want to ask out, but there's one little problem, someone else likes them too? What should you do? Do you just give up or do you keep pursuing them? Well, I'll share my thoughts on how to navigate this situation right after this. When someone else likes your crush, it may seem like the easy thing to do is to just give up and let it go, but I wouldn't sell yourself short like that. You might look at a situation like that and think you're in competition with the other person, but in reality, you're in competition with yourself. Look, the fact of the matter is, your crush can't decide between you and the other person if you're not willing to first put yourself out there for them to get to know you. If you see that you're comparing your qualities to that of another person, then you're making the fatal mistake of assuming you know exactly what your crush is looking for and that person is that. In reality, we're all capable of liking someone outside of our perceived idea of what we want in a partner. But if you're never willing to put yourself out there, you won't even have a chance. Another thing we tend to do is assume the worst. We think that just because someone already likes our crush and is already talking to them, that's it, they're off limits now. The truth is, if your crush has a bunch of guys and girls that flirt with them and constantly ask them out, it doesn't mean anything in regards to where you and your crush stand. And if you really think about it, if your crush is flirting with these people non-stop and they're not going out with them, then chances are they have no intention of going out with them, and all your crush likes is the attention that these people bring. Unless you know for a fact that your crush has a boyfriend or girlfriend, either you see them together or someone directly told you, that should be the only instance where you decide to let it go and move on from them. But if all it is that your crush currently likes someone else, then I think you have the green light to go. Start talking to them, ask them out, and see if you can develop your own relationship with them. No one is bound to liking only one person at a time. Just like I'm sure you might have multiple crushes, your crush can also like multiple people, and from there they just decide who they like the most. That's why persistence is going to be the key here in order to succeed. If you can confidently pursue your crush and show them that you're willing to work towards being with them, that's going to put you miles ahead of anyone else that just likes them. And the best way I've learned to be persistent is to never hide your truth, to always be open and honest about how you feel and what you want out of the equation. Now I know what you're thinking, that does not mean going and confessing your feelings to your crush. Instead of telling them how you feel, I want you to show them how you feel. If you're hoping that just because you like your crush, that if you start talking to them, they'll magically like you back and instantly want to get to know you better, then all you're doing is flipping a coin and hoping it lands on what you want. You have to be willing to show your crush that there's more to you than what they see. Teach them about your hobbies and your interests and be willing to learn about theirs so that you can see if you two really are a good fit. Another thing to remember is that it can be really easy to slip into a state of jealousy if you start to see your crush's attention moving towards someone else. If you feel like your crush wants to spend more time with someone else, laughs at more of their jokes, or just likes being around them instead of you, it might lead you to overcompensate in trying to win over their attention. If you see that your crush is talking to someone else more, laughing at more of their jokes, or just generally wants to spend more time around them, it can lead you to overcompensate and try too hard to win them over. You might end up feeling angry, aggressive, or even sad because someone else is where you want to be. And while it's okay to feel the way you do, what matters is what you do with those feelings. One thing I highly recommend is to avoid fighting with someone else that likes your crush. Jealousy and insecurity can make you do a lot of crazy things, but fighting with someone else just because you both carry feelings for someone is not the way to go. Remember, trying to destroy someone else won't make your crush instantly like you more, so the best way to do that is to put your best self forward. Try not to sweat the other person too much. If you're standing there with your crush and your potential rival, keep your focus on your crush. Remember, your job there is to build a connection with them, not the other person. That's the best thing you can do to not get caught in an ego battle with someone else. Trust me, I've seen it before. Two guys like the same girl, and of course, they spend more time competing with each other than actually trying to talk to their crush. And look, you two might be fighting for the same thing, but remember, they're a person just like you are, and they have feelings for your crush just like you do. What do you think though? Have you ever felt like someone was standing in the way of you being with your crush? Leave your comments below and we'll talk about it. Trust me, there's a lot of different ways to handle someone who's trying to compete with you over the same crush. They may resort to name calling, belittling, or even just try to act like more of an alpha male than you. But the most alpha thing you can do is to remember who you are, what you stand for, and what you want in this equation. And in that case, it's to build a strong connection with your crush. If you can succeed in doing that, then this other person instantly becomes a non-factor. As always, guys, love and peace.